should you get and build Vina Victoria? Short answer, probably, if you need a true damage dealer. Long answer, this entire video.
ドクター、これは公式な訪問ではない。古馴染み同士の戦後の再会だと思ってくれ。それと、私の旧プロファイルについてだが、名前の欠けている部分は書き足すつもりだ。ビーナ・ビクトリア。私はもう逃げない。
Operator Siege, originally registered at Rhodes Island as the leader of the Glasgow gang, who later worked alongside us during the Victorian crisis, as the leader of the Exemplars. And now at the end of the war, she has become the Speaker of Londinium Parliament. And officially changed her coder name to Vina Victoria. Alright, the long-awaited altar has finally come to global. I would like to make a saber joke, but at this point it's all over the community. So let's just see her tray. Vina is our newest 6-star arts guard. A guard that uses arts damage to attack. That, needless to say, makes them a good option against low resistance enemies. And since there's already another 2 arts guards in the game, how is Vina different from them? Well, quite simple. Compared to Circa and VV, Vina is able to deal true damage. But we'll get there later. Now let's see her general stats. As an arts fighter, Vina has a pretty balanced stats. And has average DP cost. Though with only 1 block count, you most certainly want to put someone behind them to prevent leak. For her talents, Vina's first talent is the embodiment of the power of friendship. Talent 1 gives Vina a permanent physical damage reduction. And this damage reduction also applies to friendly units around her. Additionally, Vina will receive attack bonus for each unit nearby. This attack bonus is especially useful to get the most out of her true damage. And this effect does not only come from operators, but also summon units. Including devices like Dorothy's mines, and stainless devices. Meanwhile, Talent 2 will make Vina deal Frighten. The first time she hits an enemy, and the debuff lasts up to 6 seconds. Since it's automatically active, you don't have as much control as when using Black Knight or Laos. But this debuff still has the potential to save her own and others' lives. Especially when facing against a hard-hitting enemy, like this zombie reunion for example. Okay, this is her potential upgrade list. That will reduce her cost, giving attack bonus, and improving the stats bonus on both of her talents. But like in most cases, Vina is already good even without a duplicate. Then this is her module. By the time I made this video, her module was not yet available for us global dwellers. But it will be released soon enough in Lappy Alta debut event. Vina got the X module, which will increase her attack speed when not blocking. And has HP and attack stats bonus. For the upgrade, it will improve her talent 1. Sadly nothing new, it's just increasing the stats bonus. I personally don't find her module anything extraordinary. But if you are already planning to build her, you might as well get the module and its upgrade. Especially if you're looking to strengthen her true damage. Moving on, let's see her skills. Her skill 1 pays homage to her original version skill 2. On her next attack, Vina will do her signature front flip, dealing true damage, with a damage multiplier. Well, as most already know, true damage is very useful, because it pretty much ignores all kinds of defense mechanisms. But I feel like the skill SP cost, and the inability to store charges, really hurt this skill performance. so I would recommend you use her skill 2 for AFK and dealing bigger damage constantly, or S3 if you need a true damage. As for her skill 2, it's an infinite duration skill. The active effect is similar to Serta's skill 2, like how this will extend her range, increase her attack, and target count. This also comes with a passive effect that will increase her SP recovery if 2 allied units are within her talent 1 range. Overall, it's a good DPS and AFK skill that is very useful against swarms of low resistance mob. The extra range is also useful to attack a normally unreachable target, and to place Vina behind other operator, where she can safely attack, in case the enemy is too dangerous for her to block. But I do feel like this skill can be easily replaced. I mean, if you got Marcel from the recent collab banner, her skill 2 can do exactly what this skill provide, if not better. Next up, skill 3 is most definitely what she is known for, because it will make her deal true damage for her entire skill duration, and start shredding enemies that has some serious defense stats, or mechanics, without some extra condition or downside, like Kelsey, Arknight, or Sculptor. And I'm not saying those 3 true damage comes at a big price. It's just Vina is one of the few that straight up just turn her attack to true damage. This skill also immediately summons a unit called Golden Vow that will always appear and stay around her until the skill ends, or they are defeated, acting as a blocker and also a way to maximize the attack buff from talent 1. At least if you can manage to find a place that allows all of her lions to be deployed. And other than buffs that increase her DPS, this skill also gives her the ability to attack enemies that are blocked by other units around her, allowing others to block the dangerous enemies while she attacked from a safe spot. All in all, it's a pretty great skill. True damage will always come in handy. But this skill still comes with a downside. The noticeable one is that it has a long cooldown, leaving you with a Vina that doesn't do anything remarkable for the next 50 seconds. For skill mastery priority, I definitely recommend you prioritize her skill 3 and work on increasing the skill buff and reducing the cost. If you're looking for AFK skill, I suppose you can also go for her skill 2. Although I must say the mastery gain is rather bland, with each mastery only increasing the skill attack bonus. And for her base skill, Vina will increase trading post acquisition speed, and further increase it if there's a Glasgow member in that same trade post. So you pretty much want to partner her with other Glasgow member, and you might also want to put Delphine on the control center. So ladies and gentlemen, should you get and build Vina? All in all, she is a pretty good unit that can deal a decent arts damage and can inflict a high total of true damage to the enemies. If you don't have any true damage dealer, especially the likes of Kelsey and Arknight, Vina should be a good option to have on the team to deal with enemies that have high defense stats or troublesome mechanics like dodge and shield. Otherwise, I think you can skip her. And for new players, I think she's a good option to have as a starter and to invest. But I'm sure most of you already know, Vina's debut event is very close to limited banner, with a high pull value. So if you're watching this during Vina debut, that limited banner is something that you better focus on. That should be all. Adios.